We bought the property in 2020 from a nonprofit that owned it, but it actually was sitting vacant. There used to be a farm here that I worked at, which is crazy. It's the first farm I ever worked on. Everything was really overgrown. None of the hoop houses were not here. And so basically, yeah, we got it in 2020. We just started building it up, right? And so my goal, started off really and always has kind of just been to increase access to local food and inspire the next generation of farmers, because there's not a lot of young farmers. There's not a lot of farmers of color also. Sometimes when you grow up in this kind of environment, you just see the same stuff every day. Broken down houses or whatever. So we just want to kind of be something where you can look in, you see people having fun, you see people working, you see plants, it's like a little inspiration for your day kind of thing. Shit, we're one of the first urban farms ever to have a partnership with the USDA, which is really cool. And they're helping us create a composting facility so that we'll be able to actually create soil, bag it up, use it. I'm a soil nerd anyway. So I think the soil is really cool. I love learning about microbes and nutrients and all that stuff in the soil. It's gonna be really beneficial to be able to make our own. And when we have the store in the spring, we'll be able to sell potting soil and seeds and plants. So if people want to grow yeah, people can grow their own stuff, which is really cool. And it's that's a big barrier. Sometimes people don't know how to get started and growing. So they can just, hey, come here. We got the soil, seeds, pretty much
the knowledge,
everything you need. Yeah, exactly.
We do all organic growing methods, all natural. We are focused on building our soil.
For me, going to farming conferences really opened my eyes to how many careers there are in agriculture, and just how you can really make a living with this stuff. A lot of that stuff from our elders has been lost. Our elders knew how to can and preserve food, grow food, all that stuff. That's part of it, is pioneering urban farming in a way where it's more sustainable and so now the next farm that gets a partnership, they can probably have a little bit easier time. And it's all about helping people build that relationship with their food. And I think events are a good way to do that. On our YouTube, we have a recap of our block party we did. That event was really fun. We had a lot of food vendors out here. All the food was free. Kids out here. We had a bounce house. We had cooking demos. We gave away crock pots and pots and pan sets to people, so they could cook better. We had music, all really fun event. So that's kind of the idea, is adding the agritourism aspect to it, bringing people on the farm to have fun and things like that. Keeping a balance too. We're gonna have events where it might be $150 for a farm to table 5-course meal for people that can afford that, you know. But then we'll also have the events where it's free food and you can get to just come try some stuff that you maybe never tried. And so yeah, it is that balance of bringing in revenue, but we also make sure to always look out for our neighbors around here too, because they're right in the community. It's we want them to feel attached to this farm and it's a community asset kind of thing. And that's kind of that's a big reason we want to open the store too. So it goes back to the store, is we've been doing this for a while. We've been mainly selling to nonprofits and restaurants, farmers markets, things like that. We never had an on-farm site where people can just buy stuff. So that's where the store is gonna be key for us. It's been really fun so far, and we have a lot of support with that kind of stuff, because it's the community, they are looking for stuff to do in the summer. You can just come here and just get stuff, easily, easily using food stamps. And it's right in the neighborhood where it's that's why I was trying to say earlier, it actually was one of my childhood dreams to do this. That's gonna be the goal for our store, is everything. We're gonna have, first of all, fresh produce. We're gonna have staple groceries, eggs, all that type of stuff. But then also we will have snacks, because that's what the corner store is. It's you go there and get your pops and chips, whatever. So we will have those kind of snacks, but it's everything is on the healthier side. Everything is real sugar instead of fake sugar. Because that was one of my favorite things to do when I was a kid. Earn some money, go to the store, get candy, whatever. I didn't know that it was hurting me. You know what I mean? I didn't know that it was so bad for me. Showing kids what's possible. It's I see a lot of my family go through health problems with diabetes and all that type of stuff. Kind of another reason I was inspired to do this. A lot of people want to eat healthy, but it's okay, I got a bundle of kale and some onions. What do I do?
right?
How do I make this taste good? And a lot of people think that eating healthy is
Boring.
nasty, boring, not flavorful. And I think it's the opposite, honestly.